Hey everybody, happy Thursday, and thanks for being here with us on Northern Life. You two probably know this already, but I'm a relatively lazy kind of guy. I like to lay on the couch every once in a while, but we've talked about this before. I've got like 7 cords of wood up at the top of my driveway that I usually stack in the fall. And then I just didn't do it this year for whatever reason because I got more wood than I normally do. And now the snow piled onto it, and I'm like, okay, now I can just leave that be for several months. Let that just rest. But now everything's melted. There's no excuse for me to not start stacking that wood.
Oh, man.
But even still, I'm like, one more day. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. And now several weeks are going to go by, and I'm still not going to stack this wood. I need to get it done.
What do you need to get it done for?
Just for looks.
You know?
Mainly just for looks, because I look up at the top of my driveway. I can't see if people are parked up there because there's 2 huge piles of wood. So I need to stack it and get that away so I can have my beautiful view again.
Yeah, you need that. That should be motivating enough to you, right?
Yeah, no.
Somehow we're not getting there.
For the past number of months, is it just the summer months? You got to have the better view now?
Well, I mean, in the winter, not a lot of people come down that road because it's pretty secluded. But now in the summer, I mean, who knows who's going to show
all
up?
Sorts of traffic.
It's like Blue's Clues. People coming in and out, out of the door.
Mail time.
Yeah. Who's visiting right now? I got to sit in my thinking chair, whatever that is. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, that was a good show.
Yeah, it was. I
Good
love that
show, for sure. Well, with winter ending, there are 2 signs that spring has arrived in the Northland. Hunter wanting to move his wood being one. Just kidding. First of those signs, it's a big day today in Cloquet. Gordy's Hi-Hat is open for the spring and summer today. The restaurant was established back in 1960, so 2025 marks their 65th year of business.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, such a fun place, Gordy's. We used to go there with my grandma all the time. She would get a blackberry shake.
Oh,
that's the best right there.
Yeah,
really
good stuff.
hard.
Pretty much everything they have on their menu I love. But the blackberry shake, it was especially good. Yes.
Onion rings, always good too.
All their burger options. I mean, just a fantastic restaurant all around. You can't go wrong.
I know, and it's so cute too. Like the old time diner feel. I love it all around.
Yes.
Feels like we're all family there.
Yeah.
Hey, the second sign of spring, if you can't make it to Cloquet today, Dairy Queen once again celebrated the start of spring with its free cone day today. So DQ fans can enjoy a free small vanilla soft serve cone by simply stopping in. There is a limit of 1 cone per person.
But still amazing.
We got 2 hands for a reason.
That's exactly.
We limit 2 per people.
Hey, I got feet too. I can grab onto things with my toes. I don't care. I'll walk out of there.
Ice cream cones with his toes. That's a visual.
It's a health hazard
Classic
for our
hunting.
DQ locations. Yeah.
Always dangerous for us too. We got one right there, so we'll have to go over there
Super
maybe
close.
after this show.
That is
That'll be
tough. Hey,
interesting.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Good idea.
Not a bad idea at all. Well, coming up on today's show, it's the chat we've been waiting to share with all of you out there. Comedian Jeff Foxworthy sits down with me and Ryan talking about his show tomorrow at Black Bear Casino Resort. He shares where he gets his inspiration for his material, including a number of hilarious stories. Just a naturally funny guy. Everything he says is just funny. So good to share with him for sure.
Yeah, good guy. And until then, we all know about Grandma's Marathon, which is actually coming up this summer. Not too far away, actually.
No.
Always a cool race, those races are. But our director, Shania, sent me a link the other day. There's a brand new race that is coming to Duluth this summer, which should be a hoot. The Going Bananas Run is a first of its kind Duluth fun run where your speed can raise money for charity. So on June 7th, each racer, you're going to receive your very own banana suit, you're going to run in it, and you're going to make your way through an exciting 2-mile Duluth course. And then after 2 minutes after the start of the race organizers are going to release what they're calling the Gorilla. So those who beat the Gorilla to the finish line are going to receive a special prize, and that money will be donated to a local food shelf. I think if you don't beat the Gorilla, you don't get the special prize.
Oh, man. Why does that sound so scary?
It does. It actually sounds really scary. Can you push down the gorilla?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably rules against it.
Probably,
obviously.
probably frowned upon.
Want to be safe. Want to be safe out there.
What a creative idea, though. That's
It
so
is.
Cool.
I remember running a mile back in high school. That was hard with nothing on except for shorts.
Yeah.
But imagine running with a banana suit for 2 miles.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Man.
Yeah, they'll get hot.
Very
They'll get
good.
hot, but it should be a fun race. How about this? A new article put together by KROC Radio has compiled the top acronyms that most Minnesotans don't understand or kind of confused by. So I gathered a number of these here, and I wanted to test your guys' knowledge. So let's start with TBH.
To be honest.
Yep.
To be honest,
Yep.
SMH.
Shaking my head, I believe.
Nice. Okay. AFK.
After.
So if you try to message me in my email upstairs, I am away from the keyboard.
Oh.
No one says AFK.
Never.
It's a big gaming phrase for
Oh,
all the
sure.
video gamers out
okay.
there. TLDR.
Tell Larry the doctor.
For sure. The DR is going together.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it, I get it.
Too long didn't read.
Oh.
How about IIRC?
No idea.
I don't know any of these.
If I recall correctly.
Okay.
So maybe this past 2 you can use for work, or past 3.
This one I know.
FWIW.
This one I know, for what it's worth.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
Okay.
correct. TFW.
The feeling when?
That feeling
Feeling
when?
when.
That feeling
That
when?
feeling when. Yep,
Okay,
yep,
yep.
correct. And
Oh,
then,
really? That was right?
Yep, yep.
Oh.
And then NFS.
No fire safety.
Don't tell HR.
Yeah.
Don't tell HR, sir.
What is NFS?
Not for sale.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it doesn't help to use them if no one knows what they mean.
Yeah, right.
That's why they're
What?
confused by it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Accepted by some, not by all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And those kids out there always coming up with new acronyms.
I'm AFK
Get
on
off
the
my
show
lawn.
today. Yep.
Well, if you think your password is bad, don't worry. There are a lot of other Americans with ones who are likely worse than yours. According to new numbers from mymixdata.com, more than 6 million passwords contain the not-so-complicated number combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes, yeah. There are other more commonly used phrases that are also the easiest to hack. Also, uniquely Minnesotan words also popped up on the most hacked list, including things like Minnesota, Minnesota 1, Vikings, Prince 1999, St. Paul, and even Duluth as some passwords. Yeah.
And you
Not
guys
so
have
creative.
Duluth for your password?
For sure not.
Or password is your password?
Oh yeah. There was someone here, and not in the building one time, who set up a station account with the password of password.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I think it's okay for me to say out loud because I think that account has ended.
Okay, that's good. Good news.
We do safety glasses for a reason here.
Yes.
Well, hey, coming up after the break, we get to chat with comedian Jeff Foxworthy. Should be a great one. We'll see you after the break. Hey, Jeff, you're coming to Black Bear Casino on March 21st. You excited to come back to the Upper Midwest?
I always love the Upper Midwest because it's just, I walk out and I'm like, okay, these are my people. You know, all the things I worry about in New York and LA, I never worry when I come see you guys. Is it still cold there?
Today's gonna be like 62.
Oh, that's awesome.
A couple weeks ago, it was like 30 below.
Holy hell. Y'all have the largest boat ownership in the country. They've got like 4 weeks they can use their boat, you know. All right, it's thawing. Get the boat out. Get the boat. Oh, crap, it's snowing. Put it back in.
Hunter tells me every year it's starting to freeze on his lake. He's like, well, I better get the dock out now.
I wait for the last second before I pull everything out.
Milk it as long as you can, baby.
Are you used to the cold at all?
No, I'm not used to it. I can't come to the Midwest in the summertime, but if you come in during the cold months, people are so sick of being in the house, they're like, I would pay money to watch somebody spin plates on a stick.
Can people expect you spinning plates, or what kind of material I've been working on?
When I started out, I found what worked for me. If I think something, or if my wife says something, or if my family does something, I'm going to trust other people are thinking and saying and doing the same things. This is how sick comedians are. I got bitten by a copperhead snake last August. And within 10 seconds of the snake biting me, I was thinking, I'm going to get a great bit out of this.
Is there anybody that you're pulling from, or anybody that really inspired you?
I think every comedian, you know, kind of pulls from people that influence them. And when I was a kid, it's not politically correct now, but Bill Cosby was a giant influence because he was a storyteller. And then as I got older, I would listen to Pryor and Carlin. And so, yeah, I think we're all influenced. It's kind of funny to me now when I talk to younger comics and they're like, you're one of the reasons I wanted to do comedy. And I'm like, oh my God, really? The older I get, I believe this is a gift because I've made a fabulous living doing something I would have done for free. I would have just showed up and done it, you know. You always hear people tell young people, follow your passions. Like, I love music. I can't play an instrument and I can't when I sing, people pledge money to find a cure. It's horrible. Even though I have a passion for music, I'm not good at it. So somebody told me, don't follow your passion. What's your gift? And because if you're good at it, you're going to be successful at it.
Is it true that you went to college to study computer technology and you were going to follow your dad's steps at IBM?
I like to say I'm 2 decisions from drywalling, and I actually worked at IBM. And it wasn't it wasn't my gift. It was my dad's gift. But like a lot of young people, you don't know what you want to do when you're young. I was the guy that was in the break room doing impersonations of the boss. And then you would turn around and the boss would be in the doorway. A bunch of people I worked with went to the local comedy club in Atlanta, and they kept coming back to work and going, Foxworthy, you're funnier than these people. You need to do this. And they ended up entering me in a contest, not an amateur night, a contest for working comedians. The first night I got on stage, I won the contest. I was a nervous wreck, but I knew a minute and a half into it, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I've been very lucky that I've gotten to do a lot of different things. I've written a bunch of books. I draw, I paint, but if you said you got to pick one, it would always be stand up. I like that instant feedback because 2 seconds after it's out of your mouth, it's either funny or it's not. This was always the top of the mountain, not TV or movies, though I enjoyed TV. I love doing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? People say, what's your favorite part of doing that show? And my answer was always the part where they handed me the card with the answers on it.
I was going to ask, do the kids, are they fed the answers?
No, they weren't fed the answers. We just looked for really smart kids with personality. And as an adult, I don't know why my brain retained all the lyrics to the Gilligan's Island theme song, but it deleted everything about triangles. So if a triangle question came up, I'm like, hell, I have no idea.
It's pretty funny because our executive producer, Ben, he remembers you when he had the cassette tapes. I remember you.
That's aging me.
I remember you from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And then our younger meteorologist, he's like, Jeff who? It's just, it's amazing how your career has spanned to what it is now.
When I was debating quitting, 3 guys in their 60s sitting around the break room, and I heard one of them say, man, I wish I had had a hardware store. I always wanted to have a hardware store. And I thought, I don't want to be sitting in this break room when I'm 60 saying, I wish I had tried to be a comedian. Now, I didn't think I would be a success at it, but I wanted to try. Now I've been doing it 41 years, and it seems like I just started.
Do you have anything specific that you're up to today?
I have a bizarre life. Started drawing this last night.
Oh my gosh.
That's beautiful.
In an hour and a half to go read to a class of first graders. The last time I went, it was say no to drugs and alcohol week. And the teacher said, let me tell you a story. She said, see that little kid over there? He said to me, I'm not going to sign the banner. And she's like, well, buddy, why not? He said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a couple of beers. And I'm like, what has happened to you in the first grade that you've already made this decision? But you have to admire his integrity. He wasn't going to break his pledge.
Thanks for hanging out with us here today. Wish you the best of luck with the first graders later today.
I guarantee I'll end up with something new I didn't have when I walked in there.
You have a great day, okay?
Guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Welcome back, everybody. It was a lot of fun doing that interview and watching it back. I feel like I have the same smile. Just a very cool, intriguing, and obviously very funny man.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm fascinated by comedians and how they just kind of think differently than other people.
Yeah.
And like they go through these life experiences and they're like, okay, that's a piece of material. That's a piece of material. That's going to be my closer.
Yeah.
I was shocked to hear that. My mind would be somewhere entirely different. But yeah, he's committed. That's for sure. Yep. I also enjoyed what he said too about following your. He didn't use the word passion, but what you want to do.
Good at.
Yeah, what you're good at.
Right.
What you're good at. Yeah, because you don't want to be sitting somewhere where down the road wishing that you would have pursued it.
Yeah, and how you can make money off of the things you are good at.
Hard work is a huge piece of it. You just got to work hard.
Well, if you enjoyed the chat and you want to hear more, our director Shania has put together an extended version of that conversation with Jeff. You can find it along with more information about how you can buy tickets to his show at northernnewsnow.com.
That's certainly going to be a great night over at Black Bear Casino. That's tomorrow night. Once again, a big thanks to Jeff and everybody else at Black Bear for helping us set that up.
Fantastic. Good news, and it'll be a lot of fun there tomorrow, obviously. If you're catching us on CBS here on Northern News Now, you'll know that March Madness is now underway, and with the start of the first rounds of the men's and women's basketball tournaments here starting today.
If you think you have a good bracket, Jen Sullivan breaks down the odds of picking a perfect one.
It's something that's never been done, according to the NCAA, picking a perfect bracket. Think you can bust that statistic this year? The odds of picking all 64 games correctly is 1 in, yeah, that's a lot of numbers. 9.2 quintillion. But if you know a little bit about basketball, your odds are better. 1 in 120.2 billion, according to the NCAA. Despite those despicable odds, the NCAA says 60 to 100 million brackets are filled out every year. And typically they're free, so anyone can do it, making it even more fun to participate.
It's the underdogs who will win the games. It's the unknown. It's the pace of the games. It's a action-packed 3 weeks.
Lori Kalani with sports betting website DraftKings says they see a surge in business during March Madness.
It's an extremely busy time of year.
The American Gaming Association estimates Americans will legally wager $3.1 billion on the men's and women's college basketball tournaments this year. That's up from $2.7 billion last year. Sports betting is now legal in 39 states, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry and continues to grow.
Certainly the smartphones have made everything more accessible, but with technology have come great opportunities to really play responsibly.
Kalani says DraftKings has tools to help players set limits and budgets on their bets. March is also National Problem Gambling Awareness Month, a reminder to gamble responsibly. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The thing about having a good bracket every year when it comes around is like it's very similar to when you like start doing something healthy and you want to tell everybody about it in like the first week. You're like, actually, I have a perfect bracket right now, and only about 5 games have been played.
Yeah. And it just feels miserably after that very shortly.
They find you in the McDonald's drive-thru and you're like, my bracket's busted.
I have not filled out my bracket yet, and I'm one of the people who don't know anything about college basketball. I haven't watched a single game, and I feel like that's played to my favor though. Some years.
Well, the odds out there too. It seems like if we all of us in the U.S. maybe create like 100, there's odds that we would maybe one of those would be correct.
You'd think so.
I would hope so.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too.
Well, we have more uplifting stories to share before we say goodbye to you guys. We'll be right back next on Northern Life.
Welcome back, everybody. Police in Detroit got an unusual call this week, being asked to help round up an animal on the run. Listen to this.
911.
Hey, there's a pony walking down the street on Inkster. It looks like a small horse, like a pony.
A miniature horse had escaped from a petting zoo there, and it wasn't much of a battle as 3 officers cornered the small animal, and within minutes they got him into a harness. And one of those officers on body cam said this is actually a bucket list rescue after returning that horse to the Ponies R Us petting zoo.
Bucket list, is that actually on his list of things? Rescue a mini
Apparently,
horse? Oh, that's so funny.
miniature horse had enough pets. He said, no more pets, please. Yeah.
Just slowly walking away from the officer. Oh my gosh. We could use our horse knowledge on this story.
True.
I'm on a hands.
It's not a pony, it's a miniature horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, before we go, a detective with the Wisconsin Sheriff's Office performed a creative rescue using a drone to shoo a doe and 2 fawns toward the shore of a lake. That's after the animals had fallen through the ice there. These clips show the drone driving the deer across the lake, and despite the windy conditions that day, deputies safely rescued all 3 deer within an hour. That is awesome news.
That's a smart move, too.
Yeah.
Trying to direct them the way they want to go.
True. Yeah, they were probably like, oh, follow this thing to safety.
What is that thing?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. We love you.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.